Super Bowl 40 one more time. Hey, it's the coach. This is week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, no Matt Hasselbeck, but the Seattle Seahawks are out for revenge as they once again take on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll talk to you again at halftime with a look around the league. But now, let's say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
They have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
6'6", pull it high.
On first down, Lewis going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll go option on second down, right side. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Throwing is Lewis. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work to fit.
Ready? Tookie's the mark. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Let's go.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. First down run for Connor. Not going to get much. Maybe a yard. 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Steps away. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Lewis on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Connor. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike's 50, Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going top shot for Smith. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the
Ready. 30 base. He can't hang.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
2nd down. Here's an option right. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Hey, lock it.
To throw is Lewis on 3rd and 2. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction.
Ready up. 54. Mike's 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Down.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He finds his man Johnson. And a pretty nice tackle.
Right, 60 or.
Lewis now. Throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled. Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well,
Down. 18 Gator.
Check me out.
Hey, Zoo. Let go.
Here's Lewis on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. James Washington was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Got it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You're not ready.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Lewis. A final shot before break. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. Emmanuel Sanders, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
60 Pittsburgh.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Ready.
To throw on second down. Lewis going top shelf for Smith. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 65 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, it's Samuels. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
All day, every day, any day.
Lewis to throw on second down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the catch made by Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Set, ready? 10-2 start.
54. It's been a long day for you.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. To throw is Lewis. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
54, Mike 54. You look like that. Don't look like that.
Get it.
Cotter on first down, going to be stopped up as he'll lose about 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll go option to the short side. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or it moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, here's an option right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Lewis now, operating from the gun. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocked. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Set, go! Set, 18, Gator. Hit it! Come on, set, 50, plant. Get it! Ready? Fire!
This is it. We are going for gold.
Ready, ready!
you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't...
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of working.
Get it ready! 10-2 stop!
Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
First carry for James Conner. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to record this.
Let's go! 30 base! 54!
They'll start by running the option to the right. Lewis has the first down and then some. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Lewis, flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Lewis. And that will be incomplete.
On the ready.
54, Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here's Lewis. Off play action. Rolling to his right. Going top shelf for... And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Eluding the pressure right. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
15 line. 15 line. Ready?
Now Lewis throwing on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get...
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
The drive will start with an option going left. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Lewis on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Ready? 50, plant.
50 seconds. Drop deep.
To throw is Lewis. Off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run with Samuels. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
K-2 soft. Alpha.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lewis. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
Got it.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Silver.
Lewis now on 1st down. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Lewis. Off play action. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Looking to throw. Lewis. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But
Here we go. 90 volt.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Now Lewis throwing on first down, escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
it certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to come.
On the double.
Mike, 50 Cent. You better be afraid of me. You
Lewis on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
To throw is Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa. And boy, possession here turns over with a football in the red zone.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
They're not ready for this.
Lewis now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Flush to his right. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. Check. Watch 54. And let's pin the mirror.
Here's Lewis off the play fake. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lewis. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Lewis. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw. Lewis. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The outlaw. Right, 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Still on his feet. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
2nd and 6. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Ready, set. Check. Watch 54. Right here.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 80 weapon. Fire.
Now Lewis. Off play action. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Nick Vanette, his first. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
at the 7-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Last 5-4. Here we go, here we go.
Twist, twist. Great stone, Travis. Hey, Foxtrot.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54. Set the tone, defense.
Lee Griffin.
Lewis off the play fake. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. David Bass coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensive.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Whip.
You're out.
Shoot.
Let's go.
To throw is Lewis. Throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
On the set.
On first down, they go option to the right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, wahoo!
Off the play fake. Lewis. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Set. 10-2 saw.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Big Griffin.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, you don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Win it, 10 Lobo.
Mike 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
On the ball. Go.
Looking to throw. Lewis. And he finds McDonald. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Set. 18 Gator.
Watch the run.
Lewis now on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's Lewis to throw again. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
57, Mike 57. Check back.
5.
Now Lewis on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Right back to Cotter here on 1st. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Watch time.
Lewis looking to throw on 2nd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. To throw is Lewis. To throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up.
Let's go. 50, plant.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
They start the drive with Cotter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Mike, check, 59. Defense.
They'll go option to the short side, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A rough go there on third.
Down. 10-2 stop. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't to go.
Throwing on first down. Lewis. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Break.
Watch 57. There's a party now.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Shoot!
Lewis now throwing on first down. Dancing to his left. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
High 7.
Here's Lewis. Throwing again. Washington's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lewis. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Lewis operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
On the set.
Block 57. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ready.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Flush to his right. Going deep to the end. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Steelers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.